What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our player ratings here on Anfield Agenda after Real Madrid have beaten Liverpool by 1-0 on the night, 6-2 on aggregate, and sent us very much packing out of Europe for this season, and hopefully we'll be back in it next season, but you never know. Based on that performance and that display tonight, I'm not very optimistic about what the remainder of this season has in store. So I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to go through the starting 11 and the substitutes, give them a score out of 10, and of course I ask you guys to play along at home. We are being brought to you today with thanks to our friends at oosh.com, and Oosh have given us an unbelievable giveaway, completely free for you guys to enter. What can you win? You can win 2 Carlsberg dugout tickets to see Liverpool play Arsenal, 1 night's accommodation in the Baltic Hotel, Liverpool City Centre, and if you so require it, €200 in Ryanair vouchers or the cash alternative. Get yourself over to oosh.com to enter that competition absolutely free. The winner will be announced in 8 days' time. You can get 10% off any of the other Oosh draws by using our referral code AA10. You can find the link in the description of this video for Oosh. You can scan the QR code in the top right hand corner, or you could just go and search Oosh, OOOSCH, and that will bring you to our friends at oosh.com, and thank you for your continued support. Right. Finally, I get to start off and I can actually give a bit of positivity here, because if there's one man today that can leave the Santiago Bernabeu with his head held high, it is that beautiful Brazilian man on the screen there now. I count my blessings that we have Alisson Becker in goal. Yes, he has an occasional howler in him, but more often than not, he is a difference maker. And again tonight, couple of amazing saves. First half, that one he touched onto the bar from Camavinga that took a deflection, I think, off one of our defenders. Unbelievable. The save from Vinicius Jr., you can see the look on Vinicius' face. Doesn't believe he hasn't scored. That's thanks to that man there. One of the few that can leave there tonight with his head held high. Well done, Alisson. 8 out of 10. He couldn't do anything about the goal. The goal was down to the fact that Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate just allowed Benzema to ghost in between them. So well done to Alisson, one of the only players I think that can actually leave there tonight knowing that he put a proper shift in. Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm going to be careful what I say here because I'm aware that people accuse me of overreacting. He can't defend. Tonight he couldn't cross. Do you know what? Most importantly, he didn't care. And that's the part that hurts the most. Time after time after time again, he was turned inside out and he just allowed it to happen. He didn't care. He didn't even track back after Luka Modric lifted the ball over his head, turned and ran past him, and Trent just jogged back at half speed. I'm getting sick of it. I can't look at it anymore. If you were going to play for this football club, you run through brick walls for your manager. You give 100% for that badge. And I don't care where in the world you're from. It even makes it worse that he's a born and bred Scouser and he acted like he didn't care today. Show some effort. Show some determination. Show some character. Because that wasn't good enough from Trent. 3 out of 10. And do you know what? I'm being generous with a 3 out of 10. Because it was pathetic. It was just pathetic from Trent. Nothing worked. His crossing, he was taking extra touches before he gets it in, which allowed defenders to block him. His corners, well, you've seen the one that went all the way through on the far side for a throw-in. Need I say any more? Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree? Disagree? Ibu. Okay-ish. I don't know why he lets the ball bounce too much for my liking and then stands there looking as the ball drops back down after it bounces, which allows men to come back in and put him under pressure. But the part that really annoyed me was that him and Virgil van Dijk were both sides of Karim Benzema, and it was just one straight ball right through the heart of our defence that led to Real Madrid's goal. That isn't good enough. You either bring your man down, you close him down, you don't allow him to turn, but no. Absolutely, Benzema mugged off both of them. So Ibrahim Konate, I'm going to give him a 5, but he needs to be a lot better. My biggest disappointment is for this man right here, or in this man right here, I should say, with regards to our centre-backs, because I don't know what he was doing. He was, 1, turned, as I said, by Benzema. 2, didn't even close down Vinicius quick enough. Vinicius on the ground still managed to roll the ball across to Benzema, while Van Dijk was, I don't know, trying to look cool, or I don't know what he was doing, but it wasn't defending. Where was our leaders out there? Where were the people who drove this team forward? He's the leader of our defence. Many people believe he should be Liverpool's captain. You need to do more. You need to be better. And he wasn't good enough tonight. So again, for him, 4. Robbo, deliveries, shocking. Work rate, always there. He'll get up and down that line for you all night. But somewhat limited in what he can do in games like this. And again, it's the other side that's targeted by opposition teams. So I don't want to go in too harsh on Trent here, on Robbo here. But it's just another lackluster performance. And the mentality monsters are no more. And they aren't. Robbo turns 29. Do we need to start looking at maybe bringing in somebody else, the next Andy Robertson? I don't know at this moment in time, and I don't want to go too harsh on Robbo, so give him a 5. Fabinho. Frustration is the word that comes to mind when I think of his performance tonight, because he wasn't getting stuck in. He was giving away some really silly fouls. His passing was not on point. But again, I didn't expect much more. I didn't expect us to win the midfield battle, but I did expect us to at least give it all, leave it out there on the pitch, go out on our shields, try and rescue some semblance of pride after that first leg capitulation. And I think it is time in the summer where we seriously consider offers for Fabinho, because I don't think we're going to see him back to his best. That in mind, today he wasn't a worse player. I'm going to continue on with the 5s and give him one. James Milner. Now here is somebody today that I'm going to give credit to. He ran and worked and tried. He's 37 years of age. He put the younger players to shame with his effort. Yes, maybe he isn't the player he once was. Yes, he isn't the most creative force in football, but he cared. He went out there today and played, and I give him tremendous credit for that. So to James Milner, again, probably the only fella outside of Alisson who can hold his head high after a performance today. Maybe he's not up to it anymore, but he gave a damn, and that means a lot. So I'm going to give Milner a 7. Cody Gakpo. He was okay. I'm not too upset with Cody Gakpo. We had one shot in the second half, in the first half, that he set up nicely, drilled it first time. He set it up, then drilled it low, but it was straight at Thibaut Courtois. Look, there's a lot I'm looking forward to seeing from Cody Gakpo as he gets to grips with Premier League football, as he gets to grips with this Liverpool team, and I'm certainly not going to go in on him. So, going to give Gakpo a score of 6 today. He'll have better evenings. This gentleman, Mohamed Salah. Again, I've got to be careful about what I say, because every time I state the obvious that he's stealing a living at the minute, somebody will come in and talk to me about assists and stats. And I ask you, did he show up tonight again against Real Madrid? No. Did he do anything tonight in any way to show us that he still has it? No. Couldn't take on defenders. Nacho was getting the better of him. Couldn't shoot. Couldn't pass the ball 5 yards to Darwin Núñez, who would have been clean through on goal. What did he bring tonight to make us feel like we are getting value for £350,000 a week? Nothing. And that's the problem, right? Because he spoke about respect. He spoke about being paid accordingly to his stature in the team. Well, if you want to lead Liverpool's front line, if you want to be the leader of our attack, and you want to be paid more than any other football player has ever been paid to play for this football club, you need to deliver. And he isn't. And we can't hide away from it just because we like him or just because of past glories. Mohamed Salah at this moment in time is nowhere near worth a fraction of £350,000 a week. The fact that Jurgen Klopp hasn't got the stones to pull him off the pitch and pull Trent off the pitch is a disgrace. So Salah today, 4. Darwin, why was he taken off? Why? What message does that send? That one of our better attackers on the day, a lad who was at least putting himself about, a lad who was just in at the club, a lad who we paid a lot of money for, is being dragged off while Salah's allowed to continue on. And it's not the first, second or third time. What does he have to do to see out a game? I don't understand Klopp's decision making. And I don't think that Darwin Núñez deserved to be hooked off today. That man management of Klopp's is under question. What message is it sending to Fabio Carvalho that he only gets brought on with 90 seconds of stoppage time to go? Somebody who has a future at the club. While Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, as nice a guy as Alex is, was given much longer to try and create something. I don't know. But for Darwin, going to give Darwin a 6 today. He'll have better evenings. Jota, terrible. Terrible. And it's very unlike Diogo Jota. He's an incredibly intelligent football player. I do love his movement at times, but tonight he was off the pace. He looked half a yard short. He was giving away silly free kick after silly free kick after silly free kick. And I don't know what his role was supposed to be in that Liverpool team tonight. But Diogo Jota is too good to put in a performance like that. I know he's capable of a lot better, but he just looked absolutely lackluster is the only word I can think of. Just not good enough from Diogo. 4 for him as well. Bobby Firmino, look, came on as a sub in a game where Madrid were having their way with us. A game where, I felt bad for the subs having to come on at that stage because, the damage had been done by the lack of effort in the first 45 minutes. I was expecting these boys to come out after the break and get stuck in, be 100 miles an hour, throwing themselves into challenges, closing down, pressing like animals. Nope. Just a stroll around the park. Not good enough. But Bobby, look, how do you judge a sub? I don't know. Let's give him a 5. Harvey Elliott at least tried to make some stuff happen when he came on. At least worked Thibaut Courtois with a strike. Showed more movement and more creativity than the rest of the players out there before him. And again, 19 years of age, still learning his trade. And these minutes will stand him in good stead. But again, we just lacked anything. Not his fault. He came on, as I said, when the tie was already determined. So I'm going to give Elliott a 5. I thought he was okay. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, I said about him not being brought on. I said about what was the point, but I will say Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain did his best when he came on. I thought he took up some good positions, tried to be creative. It's just not working for Alex these days, and I don't hold it against them. I have a lot of time for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but his time at Liverpool is drawn to a close, so give him a 6 for that brief cameo from the bench. But this man here, I feel so bad for Fabio Carvalho. What has he done to deserve the man management treatment he's getting from Klopp? First leg, second leg, or no, maybe it wasn't the first leg, the last game against Bournemouth. Klopp arm around him on the sidelines, bringing him on in injury time. What's he going to do then, Kloppo? Give him time to prove himself. Give him an opportunity to go out there and learn tonight at the Bernabeu. When the rest of them weren't doing anything, why not give him half an hour? Why not see if he can do something? That could be the change moment in his career at Liverpool. He could find a through pass to Mohamed Salah or somebody else. We could have scored. He could have been full of confidence. But no. Putting him on with 90 seconds to go is basically 2 fingers up to the young lad. And I don't know what he's done to deserve it. So how can I give him a score? Quite simply, I can't. And that's down to the manager. Costas, again, I don't know, he's managed to have enough time to get himself booked for a stupid arm in the face of the Madrid player. Again, looks like Costas is kind of middling at Liverpool, not really pushing on, certainly not breathing down Andy Robertson's throat and giving him much to think about. But then again, what was he supposed to do in that brief time he was on? So I can't even give him a score either, in all honesty. And that brings us back to Alisson. So look, I suppose my closing comments in these player ratings are that if I was to grade Jurgen Klopp today, I'm giving him a 3 out of 10 because it was absolutely terrible management. And again, what message is it sending when you allow players to coast through games and you don't drag them off? It's not going to keep them hungry. It's going to make them think they're undroppable. So things need to change, and they need to change quickly, or this Liverpool team, the mentality monsters, will be no more. They currently are no more, but the next evolution of them is important. We need to get it right. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll chat to you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.